How's it going today, guys? Welcome back to the train room. So I decided to pick up a couple more items this weekend and just kind of wanted to go over a little bit of what we added to the train layout, some of the cars that we're going to add. I was able to pick up a whole new, brand new sealed train, some display items, and some things that I might use on the current one, some that I might save for the next one. So let's dig into it. The first one is the Lionel Hobo Hotel, and I've been kind of searching for something like this for the corner of the layout, and I was able to find one at Canfield. It is missing all of the characters, which I was thinking, you know, for the price of it, I could either print some or maybe just pick some hobo characters up and place them around, throw some scenery on it to kind of make it blend into the turf, even if it's not 100% complete. When I got back and laid it to where I was thinking that it was going to work, it ended up actually being a little bit too big for the layout, and was kind of disappointed because I was really excited about this. I found a couple that were identical to it, just not really what I was hoping for. So I still may be able to make this work, probably just not in the place that I was originally planning on doing it. I tell you, I really would have been more disappointed had I spent the $80 or $90 that these things are going for on eBay just to find out that it didn't work. I think, and you know, all in all, everything else is in, you know, really good condition. He said all the lights work that are in it, and like I said, I still might be able to do something with it, make it work, maybe put it off, and not make it a staple or something that's right up front in the layout to where it might not be as noticeable that it's missing a couple figures. Next thing I picked up were the two end stops for my fast track. I do have some that I 3D printed and they look really good, but really when I was browsing the tables up there and saw these for such a great price, it was kind of hard to pass them up. That way these already had all the details, already matched all the ties, and I could just click them in and go. And I ended up only picking two of them up. I think they had, you know, like 5 or 6 of them. But I figured that I was just going to put one up by the shipping depot and one behind the electric station. And so I was going to pick a third one up for whatever I was going to do with the train house, but I'm still indecisive on if I'm going to keep that or not. And if I do, my thought was, since the electric station kind of hid the bump stop, I could use one of my 3D printed ones back there until I picked up another one of these, or I could just go ahead and order another set. But for the couple dollars that I paid for these, it was worth it, and I feel it was a great pickup. And the other thing I picked up, I picked this one up at Roundhouse Electric Trains, and really the guys over there were great. We talked about some stuff, and you know, they were really surprised that we were 5.5 hours away from home. I think they had like 10 rooms of items. They had a lot of O gauge. They had some HO, and they even had a entire room dedicated to post-war. The prices were really good, and you know, they really had a lot to choose from. It was just really wasn't anything that I was particularly looking for at this stage in my layout. And I kind of already went in there with a mindset of I wanted to find something like the Hobo Hotel, if not the Hobo Hotel. But I'm always on the lookout for some vehicles, especially since I picked up the Menards ones and started placing them around. I was able to kind of gauge pretty much what I want to envision it to look like, and I figured since I had the shipping depot, I could probably put this on the back of the that. This is 1/43 scale, so it is going to be a little bit bigger, but I figure setting it off of the road and not making it a main attraction, that size difference really isn't going to play a huge factor in, and it'll kind of bring a nice touch to the layout. So the other thing I picked up in Canfield is trees. I'm working on the big mountain behind me, and also I have a small mountain over here. And really, I always am going to use some trees. I have a couple packages. It's just always something that I'm looking out for, especially if I can get a great deal. I forget, it was Mr. Lucky's. He had a couple tables there, a couple bargain bins, and these are HO size, but there again, I'm going to put them up and away so they're not going to be right in your face, and I'm kind of going to use them to give me a little bit of definition in between my other ones. And I picked up 5 packages of these. He made me a really great price, you know, especially for what trees go for. In my opinion, they're kind of absurd of how expensive they are. So anytime I can get a good deal on them, I'm gonna pick them up. And my last pickup, and probably my best one of the Canfield train show, was the Lionel graffiti train. It's actually pretty funny. After I purchased it and I was talking to the guy that I bought it from, I was asking him, you know, kind of where he was, and you know, he told me where he lived, and I asked him if he had this posted on Facebook Marketplace, because I was looking at one just like that, and he said, yeah, it was his. He had it actually a lot cheaper at the train show, just because he wanted to move it. He ended up buying it in a collection, and it was, he told me he wanted a couple items out of that collection, but it was, you had to buy the entire thing, and it was just one of those things that came with it. But it's, you know, factory sealed. I'm gonna definitely do a video on this later on. And I know I don't buy a lot of new stuff, but there again, for the price point, and it was definitely something that I had my eye on. I really like the graffiti. I like the diesels. This one has the -8 in it, and you know, for the money that I saved on it, it was it's going to be a great addition to the collection. It's going to be great to throw on a layout and see it go around. But yeah, we're definitely going to do a video on that. I think it is a Lion Chief 5.0, so you can do it from your phone on Bluetooth, and it does have the remote. So that's everything that I picked up over the weekend. I definitely could have picked up a lot more, but all in all, I'm very happy with what I've added to the collection, and you know, I think it's gonna make it look that much better, especially, you know, the trees, and I'm always happy to add a new train. But like I said, I'm gonna do a full run video on this one, but I am really excited to get it on the layout, so let's do that. And you know, like always, if you like what you see and you know, you want to see more and follow on with my journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's ride the rails together.